Miami is the center of many things to many people. It's a starry-eyed bride's Cinderella dream. It's pleasure in the sun. It's modern office buildings. It's a $60,000 yacht. A 10-cent glass of orange juice. Down the stretch at Hialeah. Moon over Miami. It's Miami Beach, where the sun smiles on everyone. It's golf, tennis, sailing, fishing, every kind of fishing, charter boats, victory in the Gulf Stream. It's youth and vigor in the sun. But to sports and bowl-minded Americans, of all the festive rites which spotlight the coming of the new year around the world, none is more colorful than Miami's Orange Bowl Football Classic and Festival. From all sections of the country and the world they come. By train, by plane, by bus, by automobile, by yacht. To enjoy Miami's 10-day fiesta of thrills, featuring spirited sports, wholesome faces, fresh faces, brilliant uniforms, wholesome glamour, bright young bodies, majorettes, music, excitement, and the queen and princesses of this world-famed Orange Bowl Festival, Queen Nancy Wakefield. And from throughout the nation, the sparkling and fabulous college and high school bands of America. From the University of Missouri, from the University of Georgia, Ainsworth, Nebraska, Rockaway Beach, New York, Memphis, Tennessee, Eufaula, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Bentleyville, Pennsylvania, Akron, Ohio, Trainer, Iowa, Bessemer, Alabama, and Cairo, Georgia. International Airport, Miami. Arriving first for the colorful football classic are the Missouri Tigers. On hand to greet them, Queen Nancy Wakefield and her princesses. The men from Missouri are presented a good luck basket of Florida oranges. And the Tigers are quick to get the situation well in hand. And the Georgia Bulldogs arrive for Bowl Day. The Queen plays no favorites in giving the men from Georgia the same cordial greeting as Missouri. And Coach Wally Butts. The week's sport calendar opens with the famed International Junior Tennis Championships at Miami Beach. These two young stars hail from Johannesburg, South Africa, and Santiago, Chile. A record 273 players from all over the world fight it out at Miami Beach's Flamingo Park. For the teams, it isn't all work and no play. Missouri players and cheerleaders relax around the pool at their Miami Beach hotel. The Georgia Bulldogs are quartered at a nearby hotel. The Bulldogs enjoy relaxing between practice sessions. Wouldn't mind a little of this kind of relaxing myself. This group of gridsters seems to be enjoying themselves and the pleasures of oceanfront living. Youth Day in Coral Gables is featured by the largest junior parade in the nation. Coral Gables Miracle Mile is the stage for the 5,000 kids participating in this lively show. The final parade division features a theme entitled, "This is America." And queen of the Junior Youth Day Parade is pretty Jean Dunlap and her court of princesses. A continuous thrill-a-minute water show provides a background for the spectacular International Regatta. The International Regatta is the most widely watched powerboat regatta in the world. It's 4 days of slam-bang action and features the fastest class racing boats in the world. For the women, a gala luncheon fashion show features glittering costumes and out-of-this-world fashions. A fantasy of Olympus theme, inspired by the week's festivities and New Year's Eve parade, has a field day in fashion. Another day, and behind the scenes, it's makeup for the one and only New Year's Eve King Orange Jamboree Parade. And this lovely group of gals now are on their way to their float. King Orange, Dixie's biggest show, gets underway before awestruck throngs as it struts down famed Biscayne Boulevard.
Georgia, Georgia, here's the Bulldog ground. Strapping, snapping,
Rootin' Tootin' University of Georgia co-eds lead the Bulldog Band.
running through the field. Georgia's team is never going to yield. Win or lose, the other fellow knows. Georgia fights until the whistle blows. Red and black wave on for Georgia's varsity and Georgia's victory.
Miss America, Linda Lee Meade, waves regally from her float. Fabulous floats in this parade, New Year's bells and bells on this one. The peppy University of Missouri cheerleaders out in full force to lead the Missouri Wildcats' spectacular band. A top-hatted snowman skips atop this float with a miniature sun beaming on, of course, bathing beauties, tossing snowballs to King Orange's 500,000 subjects. A globe of the universe is the theme of this float. Venetian gondolas and winking stars in frosty trees. Renault, the official Orange Bowl Festival car, is featured on this one. Follow the sun across a rainbow bridge, from northern pines to Florida palms, depicted here. Large oaks from little acorns grow, suggested on this one. King Orange zips on into the 60s. This unusual float blinking out the letters, Happy New Year. This jet special takes King Orange on a fast flight to the Colosseum in Rome, the Eiffel Tower in France, the pyramids of Egypt, London's Big Ben, and the skyscrapers of New York. And what's a parade without fun? Pop has a tight fit as he putts along. Keyed to the theme, Fantasy of Olympus, the climax of King Orange features planets out of this world. Mercury, ruler of speed, the first planet come to Earth. And Venus, ruler of love and beauty. Mars, ruler of war. Jupiter, king of the sky. Saturn, ruler of seed sowing. All costumes are designed to harmonize with each float in style and color, graced by Greek and Roman gods and goddesses. Uranus, ruler of the Furies. Neptune, ruler of the seas, and starfish and mermaids to populate this undersea kingdom. Pluto, ruler of the underworld. Moon and sun beam over Miami, and heavenly maidens wave to us mortals. the Queen and her court climax the fantasy of Olympus. Queen Nancy Wakefield, Queen of the Earth, in a garden of loveliness and its many splendored glory.
And the biggest day of all, the day of the bowl, New Year's Day, 1960, the Orange Bowl Classic, Georgia versus Missouri. The Georgia Bulldogs take the field for pregame warm-up. Coach Wally Butts keyed up and a little nervous. Ace kicker Tarkenton warms up his talented toe. Quarterback Charlie Britt, the key man in Georgia's attack. The Tigers out in full force and keyed to win. Coach Dan Devine, who upset such top teams as the Air Force and Michigan, really on edge for this battle. Mike Magic, All-American tackle, ace quarterback Phil Snowden loosens up his pitching arm. Florida's Governor Collins makes friends with the Georgia mascot. Orange Bowl President Steve Lynch occupies a box with Georgia's President Dr. Aderholt. The pregame football show is packed with thrill-a-minute twirlers, majorettes, bands, and surprises. The wonderful and fabulous bands who help make this gigantic show march into position in traditional Orange Bowl pattern. On top of a 120-foot ladder, City of Miami firemen raise the American flag. Missouri wins and elects to receive. Pennington kicking, and he puts his toe into the pigskin, and it goes down to the Missouri 12. West takes it. He returns it to his own 36, where Dye makes the tackle. It's Missouri Tigers with the ball, white jerseys, and West takes a handoff over right guard for 8 yards. Missouri Tigers ball, the snapback, and it's Smith passing to Sloan for 6. Georgia Bulldogs now have the ball after forcing the Tigers to punt. And it's Britt getting the ball at left end, and he sails for 8 yards. Magic on the tackle. Georgia Bulldogs with the ball, red jerseys, and it's Godfrey at left tackle for 6 yards. Missouri Tigers now with the ball after stopping the Bulldogs, and it's West getting the ball this time, and he scoots around end for 11 big yards. Britt on the tackle. Georgia now with the ball after forcing a punt. The snap back, and it's Parkington on this one. He pitches to Brown for 11 yards. Missouri forced Georgia to punt, and the Tigers now with the ball try a quick kick, which boomerangs as Tarkington takes it and returns it 18 yards to the Missouri 39. Georgia Bulldogs in the tee. The snap back, and Tarkington goes back. Pitches one to Brown on the Missouri 25. Georgia Bulldogs on the move. And it's Tarkington again back to pass. Looks for a receiver as the Tigers close in. And he finds McKinney on the Missouri 10, and McKinney takes it for a big Georgia touchdown. Georgia in kick position, and Pennington kicks the extra point. Georgia 7, Missouri nothing. It's the Missouri Tigers ball, the snapback, and this time it's Haas getting it at left end and sailing for 13 big Tiger yards. First quarter ends, Georgia 7, Missouri nothing. The snap, and it's Snowden back to pass. And he finds Smith, who goes to the Missouri 46, a gain of 20 yards. It's Snowden, quarterback for the Tigers. He gets the snap, goes back to pass, and finds Sloan on the Georgia 39. The Tigers were penalized 15 yards for having an illegal receiver downfield. But it came right back as Snowden connects with West, who takes it to the Georgia 14. Tigers ball, seconds left in the first half, and Snowden's pass is intercepted by Britt on the 1, and he brings it back to his own 10 as the first half ends. Opening the gigantic halftime show and pageant is the colorful University of Georgia band. The University of Missouri band follows Georgia with another spectacular show. And now, presenting the most fabulous halftime show in the world. Before your eyes on this wonderful New Year's Day, an Oriental fantasy, complete with a huge 800-piece band, Oriental temples, and minaret towers springing up at the ends and corners of the field. Awaiting the arrival of the Sultan for this gala celebration, the huge plaza of bands, harem dancers, fan bearers, and slave boys are filled with excitement. And now, the Sultan himself marches down the plaza to his temple. All hail the arrival of the Queen and her court. Princess Patricia on her gray elephant. Princess Annette on her pink elephant. Princess Lorna on her blue elephant. Princess Sheila on her purple elephant. And all hail the Queen on her golden elephant. As the Queen and her court circle the field on their gaily painted elephants, confetti is spewed high up into the stands and over the spectators, with orange perfume wafted across the stadium. Helium-filled balloons are released like flying doves from the minaret towers. And another glittering and glorious halftime show thrills the 76,000 spectators. Going into the last half of the Orange Bowl Classic, and it's LaRose of Missouri kicking off for the Tigers. It goes down to the Georgia 15, where Tarkington of the Bulldogs takes it and returns the pigskin to his own 29. Bulldogs ball, the snap. It's Brown going around right end. Good for 9 yards. Beal on the tackle. Bulldogs moving. The snap, it's Tarkington back to pass. He finds Barks, and Barks is away for the Tiger goal line, and it's a Georgia touchdown. Georgia made the extra point, score 14-0. Georgia Bulldogs kicking off to the Tigers, and Pennington kicks a short one down to the Missouri 18. Miles of the Tigers takes it, and watch that boy go, down to the Missouri 40. The end of the third quarter. Tigers ball, and it's Snowden going back to pass. He finds Sloan, who laterals to West, who runs it to his own 36. Missouri Tigers getting hot in this last quarter. It's Snowden back to pass. Finds Smith on the Missouri 47. Tigers moving. This time it's Smith on a pitch out around left end for 6 yards. The snap back. It's Snowden back to pass. He finds Carpenter on the Georgia 15. Godfrey on the tackle. Georgia Bulldogs now with the ball after holding the Tigers, but forced to kick after the Tigers stopped them. And Walden gets off a tremendous 68-yard punt. And it's taken by Beal on his own 14. And he returns it to the Missouri 26. Tigers ball. The snap, it's Snowden back to pass. And it's good to Sloan on the Missouri 32. Tigers ball, and it's Haas going back to pass. And he finds Carpenter for 13 yards. The snap back, and it's Haas again, this time intended for Carpenter, but intercepted by Taylor of Georgia. Bulldogs now with the ball. It's Walden at right end, and he takes it to the Missouri 49. Georgia Bulldogs ball, seconds left in the game. Britt back to pass. Intercepted by McCartney on the Georgia 46, and he returns it to the Georgia 40 as the game ends. And so ends a great and colorful Orange Bowl football classic, climaxed by some of the hardest tackling, blocking, and running ever seen in the Orange Bowl. Final score, Georgia 14, Missouri nothing. The Orange Bowl Classic and Festival blazes to its climax in a 3-in-1 production, capped by a grand finale fireworks pageant at the Orange Bowl Stadium. And so, the spectacular whirl of glittering pageants, spectacles, sports, and king football come to an end. A true inspiration and expression of fine, clean, fresh American youth on parade.